From our
I
friends,
think a better matchup for us than Williamsport, although, you know, they defeated Williamsport. So they're obviously a good team.
Last question, I know you got to run. Lenny Leshko got the starting assignment against Valley West the other night. Have you made up your mind for tonight?
Yes.
Are you going to tell us, or we got to wait?
Well, you know who's going to start. Who do you think?
I know you're a guy that likes to go with a hot hand, so Lenny stays in the lineup is my guess.
Yeah, that's a real good guess. Yeah.
Coach, I know you got to run right away. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Freddie.
Bruce Leib, coach of the Hazelton area Cougars, as they're getting set to go up to the Scranton CYC tonight. Now, as you take a look, we'll show you the frame on that one. 8 o'clock tonight at the CYC is the start. So actually, if you're listening to the live broadcast tonight, then you can get up and still see that game. There's still tickets available. It's the second game of a doubleheader. Now, as you also see there, the winner of this game will play District 1, number 5. You see the loser will draw District 1, number 3. So even though both teams make it to the state tournament, there is a little bit riding on this game as well. Also tonight, District 11, the Class A consolation game. The Schuylkill Haven boys and the Marion Colts squaring off. That game just got started down at Martz Hall in Pottsville, so we don't have a report. They just got underway. Martz Hall, first game of 3 tonight down at Pottsville. Now, last night, speaking of the consolation rounds, the Bishop Haythie Lady Vikings looked as if they were going to the District Class A final. They lost 7 at the end of 3, but they could not hold on. Forest City comes storming back in that fourth quarter, and you see the score there, 51-43. Erica Kanzler, 8 points for Bishop Haythie. They are not finished. They will play in the consolation final tomorrow for a berth in the state tournament. Now, as you also see, speaking of consolation berths, same deal for the Marion Phillies. They will play at 5 p.m. at Martz Hall against Williams Valley. The winner of that one in the PIAA tournament as well. And finally, it's not only basketball. 4 Cougar wrestlers are looking to advance to the state.
Pulls them through. They did against Delaware Valley, and they're going to have to do it tonight.
Well, they're not a great offensive team, Conio, and they rely on defense. Bruce is an excellent coach. They've only allowed 40 points per game, a little over 40 points per game during the regular season defensively with that matchup zone. A lot of people can't adjust to it. Kenny Bianchi's an excellent coach. I think he'll probably figure out something tonight, but the defense, the matchup zone by Hazelton is a big key for them to win tonight.
And, you know, we're really fortunate because we really have 2 outstanding coaches, 2 coaches who have been coaching in this area for many years. Kenny Bianchi, he's been with other schools in the area with Abingtonites. Right now, of course, Bruce Leib, who has been at Hazelton area and previously at Hazelton High School as well. These are 2 great coaches in tonight's matchup.
Bruce Leib has only lost 2 games in the District 2 Quad A playoffs. Just a tremendous record. He's won 10 District 2 titles. The school has won 11 out of the last 13 that were played. Kenny Bianchi's won 4 Lackawanna League Southern Division titles, but he's never won a District 2 Quad A championship. So it's a big night tonight for both coaches.
I think when you take a look at some of the other matchups, I think the key matchup, the play-in side for Abingtonites, great 1-2 punch, Manning and Duino.
Just great players. Mike Manning and Dave Duino are the real 1-2 punch to this ball club. They get a lot of help from Dave Darmafall, Chris Hibbard, and also Lamanna, the point guard. But Manning and Duino are the keys, and I'm sure Bruce Leib has got to be questioning himself tonight, how am I going to match up against Duino and Manning?
You're going to look at Duino right there. This is an outstanding matchup. Again, the District 2 Quad A Championship coming up tonight. And, of course, the number 1 seed not playing tonight, Coughlin. They were knocked off in the first round by Wyoming Valley West. We'll come back to the CYC in Scranton. Great crowd on hand here in Scranton. Cheerleaders are making noise. We're back after this. And again, you get a look at Kenny Bianchi, and we show you him because, quite frankly, you usually don't see Kenny until maybe about there's a minute to go until the tip-off of this game, and we've got about 5 or 6 more minutes to go until this game is tipped off, and Kenny's on the floor.
Well, I think why he had to come out early was before the start of any contest, they have a meeting with a District 2 official along with the principals of the schools that are competing. So I think Kenny had to come out early, because usually he doesn't come out in anywhere between 1 minute and 2 minutes to go at the start of the contest. And that's one thing that Coach Jackie Lyons of the Scranton Knights always said: you never know when Bianchi's going to show up. It might be a minute, 30 seconds, you never know. But he's out early tonight.
Okay, before we go to break, quick keys to tonight's game. Inside play, obvious. Other than that, what do you think?
Well, I think Hazleton definitely has to get strong play out of Lenny Leshko and also Jonathan Veed. I think he's got to play them a lot more because of the size of Abington. That's a real key in the ball game, because Abington is very quick, very strong on the boards. For Abington to win, I think they have to consistently go to Duino and Manning inside and play the perimeter game with Hibbard and also with Darmafal. So they're probably the two keys to the game tonight.
Abington Knights comes into this contest knocking off a Honesdale team, and a couple of nights ago, some people might have looked at it as a surprise, but here at the CYC, where Abington Knights has played several games in a row, by the way, knocking off the Millionaires 71-61. Some people might look at it as a surprise. I don't, because obviously this is a very good Comet team.
Well, there's no question about it. A lot of talent there. Two of them are only sophomores, so it's a young team mixed with a veteran team. You have a little mixture of each, and that's usually success, no matter how the blend is there. And this is their 6th game here on the CYC floor. Abington's won 11 in a row. Hazleton's won 7 of 8. So you got two great teams here, a lot of tradition. I know Kenny Bianchi would love to win a title here, his first ever, and Bruce Leib would like to continue on and win another District 2 title. He's just a tremendous coach.
We talked about the inside play for Manning and Duino for Abington Knights, but one player who has really stepped up his play the last couple of weeks, this young man, Matt Tucker, especially the Delaware Valley game. Matt Tucker really led Hazleton area to that victory.
Well, Matt's the key offensively for Hazleton. Mike Barletta helps out, and Bobby Broyan has done a good job for them, but Matt Tucker is the go-to guy, and he has to have a hot night here tonight. Hazleton, in the 2 games they've played here, have not shot well from the field. So maybe now they're a little more relaxed. This is going to be their 3rd game on this floor. Maybe they'll shoot better tonight. They'll have to beat Abington.
Of course, they hadn't played here until, what, since 1990, and all of a sudden, Hazleton area gets to play 3 games in a row in this District 2 Quad A tournament. Big crowd on hand here at the CYC in Scranton. Abington Knights and Hazleton area, the Quad A District 2 boys title on the line tonight from Scranton. We're back after this. And a look at the starting lineups, the Barletta Materials starting lineups, and you get a look at who Hazleton area and Abington Heights starting. Lenny Leshko is getting the spot at the 1 forward spot. Jonathan Veed had started many of the games during the regular season. Leshko started the Valley West game to try to contain Phil Bonchesky, and also Jonathan Veed nicked up a bit. Leshko also gets the start for tonight's game. Chris Hibbert, the senior forward, having an outstanding year, averaging a little bit more than 10 points a game. Chris Hibbert, clearly Abington Heights' best shooter from the outside. His play on the outside opens up things for Mike Manning and Dave Duino. We are almost set for the tip between Abington Heights and Hazleton area. We'll take a break and have more when we return. A look at both coaches for tonight's matchup. Kenny Bianchi on your left, a 25-4 season for the Comets, the Lackawanna League Southern Division champs. They knocked off Bishop Hannon to win the overall title. Abington Heights has won the second half title. And Bruce Leib, you saw him on the right. This is his 13th straight year with 20 or more wins. Remarkable.
He's just a great coach. As we said, his record in District 2 games is 24-2. He lost to Williamsport last year, and ironically lost to Abington Heights back in 1996, 58-50 in the semifinals, and the legendary Jerry Burke was the coach at Abington Heights at that time. So here he is back again against Abington Heights. Should be a great game, Conio. This is what high school basketball is all about. District playoff time and to go on to the States.
Big crowd in a historic building. There'll be a lot of noise. By the way, both teams will get into the state playoffs. The winner of tonight's game will play the District 1 5th seed. That will be decided tomorrow afternoon, Saturday at 3 p.m. when Chester takes on Council Rock. The loser, and by the way, the winner, will play a game in the District 2 area, so you would think Kings, Wilkes, College Misericordia, somewhere around there. The loser would play the District 1 3rd seed, Glen Mills or Norristown, that game Saturday at 1 p.m. So again, both teams will play a game. However, the loser, in all likelihood, going on the road again.
Yeah, you'll have to travel down into that District 1 area, which is outside of Central City, Philadelphia. You're in the outskirts there, and that's a tough district down there with Glen Mills and Plymouth White Marsh and Hatboro, Horsham, and Hatters, who Hazelton has played this year. Now you see the officials there. That's Bill Ostrowski.
Pretty good crew. Tom Cosen.
Tommy Cosen.
Pretty good basketball players as well.
Tommy, one of the great players from the University of Scranton, and Dan Frischella.
This is an outstanding threesome.
Both Dan Frischella and Tom Cosen played for some of those great teams that Chet Hine had at Bishop Hoban.
Here we go. And both teams, ironically, wearing their road uniforms, but Hazleton area, despite being the 5 seed, is officially the home team tonight. Michael Barletta. Mariano swung around Bryant. Barletta called for traveling. He's got that quick first step, but the turnover.
Yeah, he tried to get a move there and go to the basket, but he traveled, and it'll be Abington's ball. And we'll see if Hazleton throws any kind of a press here earlier in the game. Lamanna's excellent with the ball.
Brendan with the ball now. In the corner, Darmafall. Dave scores the first points for Kenny Bianchi's Abingtonites Comets.
Dave Darmafall has really come on in his own as an offensive player the last couple of games. He struggled during the Southern Division playoffs, but the last 2 games, he really has come alive offensively.
Greater Hazleton Health Alliance scoreboard, 2-0 Abingtonites. Let's go try to get it inside. Trickled right back to Bobby Bryant. And that's a 3 for Barletta. Michael Barletta, about a 30% three-point shooter in Hazleton area with the 1-point advantage.
And surprisingly, Canio, no matchup zone here, man-to-man by Hazleton.
Missed shot, Matt Tucker the rebound for the Cougars. Hazleton area knocked off Delaware Valley, and a couple nights ago, Wyoming Valley West to get here. Lenny Lesko, strong, fouled. Lesko fouled by Mike Manning, and you get a look at Mike.
That time Manning, Lesko had a strong move to the hoop. Manning fouled him, his first personal foul, and of course Mike's got to stay out of foul trouble. Put him on the bench, and Abington's in deep, deep trouble. And Abington does not play a lot of people off the bench. 6 maybe play at the most throughout the whole game.
When they played Scranton in the playoffs, I think there were a total of, 11 players
That's all
on the court, which means one of those 2 teams played a total of 5. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's how some of these coaches are up here in Lackawanna County. They're Iron Men.
Second one good, so 1 of 2 for Lenny Lesko, and on the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance scoreboard, 4-2 Hazleton area. Loose ball as Romano lost it. Barletta. And Michael loses it. Dave DeWino picked it up.
2 good defensive plays there. One by Nathan Mariano and one by Dave Darmafall.
Darmafall. Oh, great pass for Mike Manning.
Darmafall's not only doing a lot of scoring for Hazleton over the last few games, he's playing an excellent floor game.
Manning does not shoot the basketball a lot, but when he does, he scores.
He's big and he's strong inside, Canio, and he's tough to handle down low.
Mike Manning averaging close to 16 a game. We're tied at 4, 5:30 mark here in the first on the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance scoreboard. Tucker reverses the angle, no good. Duino the rebound for Abington Heights.
Matt made a good move there, went by Manning, but couldn't make the shot.
Brendan Lamonic gives off Darmafall, blocked that time by Barletta. Here's that block by Michael.
You can see Darmafall there in a lot of traffic and just gets overpowered by the defense of Hazleton. The ball's knocked out of bounds.
As you see the pass inside, the Manning turnover. Hazleton area drove the length of the floor, and then the Cougars returned the favor. Bruce Live's team saying there, calm down, guys.
Both teams really excited here in the opening going, and a lot of times you'll get a lot of turnovers until they get settled down.
Under 5 to go in the first. 4-4. Brendan Lamonic. Very good ball handler. Dave Darmafall. Darmafall, offensive foul. He was leaning in with his shoulder, and the call made immediately.
You see Darmafall with the head fake, and Brian there in good position. They call the offensive foul on Darmafall. Good defensive move there by Bobby Bryan.
Kenny Bianchi not happy with that set of events, and it's still 4-4. Let's go. Posting up, no, he traveled with the basketball.
Oleshko there, good defense by Manning. And actually, he could have maybe got called for an offensive foul there, but they called him traveling before that.
Duino. Dave, difficult shot, got it to go in the lane, however. And it is now 6-4, Abington Heights.
Great move by Duino from the top of the key.
Mariano. Let's go. Hard, no good. The rebound, Dave Darmafall.
Nathan Mariano doing an excellent job on Brendan Lamonic. Man-to-man by Hazleton, which is a surprise. Now they're back in the matchup.
Duino kicked back out. Abington Heights, the number 2 seed in this district tournament. Hazleton area, the 5 seed. Romana. 3 off the mark. Let's go the rebound.
Wild shot there by Chris Hibbard.
Royan. In and out. He can shoot that 3, and he can really hit it. The rebound coming down in the hands of Mike Manning.
Very fast-paced game here in the opening minutes.
Duino in the lane, fouled, and he will go to the line. Dave Duino, boy, this young man is awfully strong.
Tough matchup there for Mike Barletta because it's a, Duino's got a lot of power and a lot of size over Barletta. You can see Duino go down the lane and gets fouled.
And here's Duino's points in this contest. His first one.
There's the basket by Duino the first time down the floor. You can see how strong he is going to the basket.
Brent Teeters into the lineup for Hazleton area. And on the line, a first-team member of the Lackawanna League All-Stars squad, Dave Duino, gaining the first. Second in scoring on the team, second in rebounding, and a pretty good free throw shooter, 74%.
The other night he was 10 of 10 against Williamsport.
Abington Heights was 33 of 38 from the charity stripe. You don't lose a lot of games when you shoot like that from the free throw line.
Well, that's for sure.
Greater Hazleton Health Alliance scoreboard 7-4 Abington Heights. Pass intended inside to Lenny Lesko, tipped away. Brendan Lamonic. past the timeline. Hibbard got it inside to Duino, who uses glass, and Dave Duino now with 5 points. And the Yankees team looking good so far as we trickle down to the 2-minute mark, 9-4.
Once again, Barletta there couldn't guard Duino baseline, and he got a layup. And that's a tough matchup, Connie, and we talked about the matchups in the pregame show.
Abington Heights doing a much better job with the basketball than Hazleton area. Veet, who's in the lineup, misses that shot, and running Darmafall. Darmafall gives off to Manning. Yes! And the foul.
Great play there by Dave Darmafall, getting the ball up the floor, getting to Manning. Great play here by Darmafall. Great bounce pass. Manning with all the strength inside. Mariano, no match.
A timeout has been called by Hazleton area, a 20-second timeout as you get a look at the great pass inside to Dave Duino. But this first period really controlled by Abington Heights. A reminder, tonight's game here on WYLM brought to you by the Third Base Luncheonette. Good luck, Cougars, from the Third Base Luncheonette, serving the Hazleton area since 1949. Try a famous Third Base hoagie, the best place next to home for great food and great delivery. Call 455-0631. By the way, before we forget, good luck to a good friend of ours, Howard Sugarman, who had previously been a sales rep with us for a little while. He is moving on, and we certainly wish the best to our good friend Howard. Okay, to the line, Mike Manning. Mike looking for his 5th point of the game. Does not get it, but an offensive rebound by Duino, who lost control of the ball. And here comes Barletta. Teeters to Tucker, who's back in the game. And Barletta's 3 is short. Veet, the offensive board. Veet had it stripped away from behind, but got fouled, and I think it's on Dave Duino.
Well, we said about Jonathan Veet getting into the game, and it was a good move inside by Jonathan, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Mike Manning with the foul, and we'll get a look at it here.
Here's Veet with good size and strength. He goes up and gets fouled. He'll shoot 2. Abington has scored up 9 in a row after being down 4-2.
First free throw good by Jonathan, a 70% free throw shooter. By the way, Manning, starting center for Abington Heights, now has 2 points. Second one good in as well. 11-6, Abington Heights on the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance scoreboard. Brendan Lamanna to Dave Darmafall. Open shot, Hibbard, in and out. Duino the board, no. The putback by Manning. Mike Manning having an outstanding game with 6 points in this first period. 1 minute mark, 7-point lead.
The 1-2 punch in Abington Heights inside. Duino and Manning just brutal on the offensive board.
Tucker, the hook shot good. First point for Matt Tucker.
Where they can use more of those. Matt can score inside. That'll really help the offense of the Cougars.
Darmafall. And another turnover. 35 seconds to go in the first. Hazleton area trailing. Under 30 now. Let's see if Hazleton area decides to shoot for 1. Maybe not. Tucker. Give it back. Barletta's 3. Nothing but air. Darmafall running. Darmafall lost control of it. And so did Hazleton area. Out of bounds. Some good hustle by the Cougars, though. But with 12 seconds to go, Abington Heights can shoot for the last shot, and that's exactly what you saw Kenny Bianchi saying. They're 1 shot. We're only going to take 1 here. 12 seconds to go.
Darmafall likes to push the ball up the floor and really get the offense going, and Kenny, in this situation, would rather hold for 1.
Hibbard gave off there to Brendan Lamanna. Brendan now with 7. Hibbard, that's a 3. No. Duino the rebound, the last shot, no good. We played 1. Good period for the Comets. They lead 13-8. Great crowd tonight at the CYC. Mike Manning right now really leading the Comets. 6 points, but Pete Erickson, 2 fouls.
2 personal fouls, and the last 2 times down the floor, you can see Hazleton working the ball inside to Matt Tucker, trying to get the 3rd one on Manning. So he has to be careful. He's a real key in this second quarter that he doesn't commit the third personal foul.
Romana guarded by Mariano. Duino. Open three for Hibbert. Chris Hibbert averages a little bit more than 10 a game for Kenny Bianchi's team. 16-8 Abingtonites.
You leave him open, Canio. In the championship game against Bishop Hannon, he hit 7 threes to pace the Comets to that Lackawanna League Southern Division Championship.
Let's go, blocked by Duino. Loose ball, what do we have? And a timeout called by Abingtonites. Early stages of this second period, and we'll see it's a 20-second timeout called by Abingtonites. Here's that three.
You can see Hibbert left unguarded here. He had missed 2 shots early. You got to play him out there because he'll bury the three, as we said, of what he did against Bishop Hannon in the championship game. Chris is an excellent standing shooter against the zone.
Second period here on WYLN, brought to you by Schumacher Engineering, providing diversified consulting engineering services throughout the Northeast for 25 years. 455-9407. So both teams have taken a 20-second timeout. And on the Schumacher Engineering scoreboard, Abingtonites doubling up Hazleton area, 16-8. Romana had trouble with the basketball. Corralled it, however. Duino in the corner. Dave stepped out of bounds. Good play defensively by Tucker and a turnover.
Excellent defense by Matt Tucker there. Really forced Duino. He wasn't going to go anywhere because he was underneath the basket, and he stepped on the baseline. Good work there by Matt.
7-minute mark in the second.
Hazleton's got to pick up their offense. That's been a problem all year for the Cougars. Just not enough points.
Tucker inside, lost the handle of it. Good defense there by Duino.
Duino stepping in front of Tucker there to help Manning.
Because Manning can't really guard Tucker at all. Duino's got to play that 5 slot.
I think Abington might be a little patient in this quarter with Manning with 2 fouls. Who run a little time off the clock.
Dharma fall, baseline, open shot, count it! And he'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play.
Well, Darmafall with tremendous speed and quickness. He just went right by Mike Barletta, got the ball up in the air before Tucker could get over, and scored and got fouled. Darmafall was so much of a key in that game against Williamsport the other night with his quickness and speed because he matched Williamsport, who has a lot of that.
22 points against the Millionaires and 10 assists for the young man on the free throw line. Short with it, however, Darmafall came up with it. He'll go baseline, too hard though, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Mike Manning, who clearly went over the back. And that is Mike Manning's 3rd personal foul. We'll get a look at it right here.
Darmafall got the rebound, missed a shot, and as Manning went up, he went against Matt Tucker and was called for his 3rd personal foul. It'll be interesting to see how long Kenny Bianchi keeps him in there.
10-point lead. Open shot, Michael Barletta. Rimmed in. As Connie Ocianci pointed out, the rim that Hazleton area is shooting at is a lot kinder than the other one.
Well, that's a brand new rim. Somebody told me the other night that they had broken it, and they just put it up the other night.
Well, maybe that's not the case then.
That's what they, I was told by Pat Ferguson, who was the women's coach for Scranton.
Brendan Lamanna inside for 2. 9-point lead. Tucker is on the bench with 2 fouls. Mike Manning is out there playing the 5 slot with 3 for Abingtonites. However, Duino defensively is going to guard Leschko. Difficult angled shot for Barletta, got the rebound and the putback. Oh, great hustle there by Michael Barletta.
Mike Barletta with 7 points so far in this game and went up against Manning. And of course, Manning couldn't, try to defend that closely. Commit another foul.
Omana. Duino now back over to Brendan Lamanna, the junior. We'll get a play from the coaching staff. 7-point lead on the Schumacher Engineering scoreboard. Darmafall. Manning inside, yes.
Boy, he's a strong player when he gets the ball down low. It's just there's nobody around that can stop him.
Tucker, open player, Barletti. Can't leave him open. Michael with 11 points. The rest of the Cougars have a total of 5. Schumacher Engineering scoreboard, 22-16. Romana swung around Darmafall, blocking foul on Michael Barletta. It'll be his first personal foul.
Mike. See Darmafall getting the ball in there once again, using that quickness. Gets to go by Barletta, and he commits the foul. Good call there, blocking call on Barletta, who has scored the last 7 points for the Cougars. Has really held them in here as they only trail by 6.
Having a seat, Nathan Mariano, and onto the court for Hazleton area now, Chris Live. Ball tipped out of bounds. Hazleton area will have it. Under 4 minutes to go. Pete, this is an Abington Heights game so far. They're getting the ball inside, and that inside game that we had spoken of earlier, Manning and Duino really controlling this contest. Romana got a pick there from Duino. Couldn't do a lot with it. Dave, tough shot, fouled, however, and Dave to the line to shoot a couple.
That time Duino got triple teamed in there. I believe the foul was on Leshko.
Yes, it was. And the replay.
Hibbard with the bounce pass to Duino. And Hazleton with 3 people all around him, but Leshko fouled him on the right side there. And Duino will go to the line to shoot 2.
First one perfect. Bruce Live looking on, trailing throughout the Cougars, and they trail now 23-16. You see what Dave has done so far tonight. Second one perfect as well. The Abington Heights team shoots free throws very well.
7 points for Duino. Great 1-2 punch, Duino and Manning. Beat.
No. Chris Hibbard the board. Darmafall now for Abington Heights.
And Brendan Lamana, the excellent point guard for the Abington Heights Comets. Coach Kenny Bianchi says he probably dribbles the ball in his sleep.
Offensive board, Manning fouls.
Another foul on Barletta. And this has become a big problem for Hazleton on the offensive board. Just too much Manning, too much Duino. You see the missed shot, and there's Manning, and just no size there to be able to stop Mike, and they foul him, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
A lot of teams this year in the Lackawanna Southern Division had trouble against Abington Heights, especially on the boards.
First game that we televised this year, Conio, was an Abington Heights Valley West game, and Mike Manning was not really into the game in that contest. Had a lot of trouble against Phil Boncheski, but boy, has he ever really come on in the season.
This is a much different Abington Heights team that we saw
no
in
question
December
about it.
than the one we see playing tonight on this warm evening in Lackawanna County. Inside to Tucker. Tucker lost control of it. Now we're going to have a foul reach-in on Brendan Lamana.
Loose ball there, and Lamana grabbed Tucker's wrist.
Yeah, Brendan couldn't believe the foul call.
Coach Kenny
all
Bianchi,
players are like that.
Kenny Bianchi telling Brendan to take it easy.
This Quad A championship, really for many years, been dominated by Hazleton area. Last year, Williamsport pulled the trick. This year, Abington Heights trying to do it. The 3 hit by Barletta.
It's Michael Barletta against the world here with 14 points. He scored the last 11 for Hazleton,
who now trail by 6. Dave Duino. Hazleton fans wanted to push off, no call. 3 in the corner, too hard. And we're going to have an offensive foul called against Abington Heights. Let's see who the foul is.
I think it was on Duino on the rebound. Foul was on Duino.
Michael Barletta shooting the 3 ball very well.
There's Barletta drilling his 4th three-pointer. 14 points out of the 19 that the Cougars have belong to Mike Barletta. A couple of my friends said Mike Barletta has had a tough time shooting in the first 2 games here at the Scranton CYC. Well, he's really got his eye on tonight, doing a tremendous job.
Oh, Barletta was thinking 3 there, too. Chris Live, baseline, triple team, got it to Lesko. And now to Barletta. Live's 3, no. Rebound comes down in the hands of the point guard, Brendan Lomana. 135 and counting. Dharma fall. And resetting the play here, Brendan Lamont. Dharma fall. Schumacher Engineering scoreboard. This game has been controlled throughout by Abington Heights. And they lead this one 25-19. Happy you could join us on WYLN. And happy those of you watching on Adelphia Cable Channel 10. Thanks for joining us as well. Duino, no. That might have been out of his range, and we're going to have a foul called against Hazleton area.
Pushing foul on Lesko on the rebound. Mike Manning in good position there, and Lesko pushed him. Manning will go to the line.
Well, let's see it right here.
There it is there. You can see Lesko on Manning's back.
Mariano will come into the game. Nice round of applause for Michael Barletta, who's so far played his heart out tonight.
11 straight points he scored with 4 three-pointers. He has 14 of the 19 that the Cougars have scored.
1 and 1, missed. Under a minute to go here in the second. 25-19.
Abington Heights aren't shooting as well as they were the other night against the Williamsport Millionaires.
Ooh, almost a turnover there. And a rare sub for the Comets. Eric Elliott will check in momentarily. Next whistle, if we have one. Chris Live. Broyan. Bobby Broyan, the freshman's first point. And now it's a 4-point lead.
Broyan's going to be a great player for Hazleton before his career is over. He's got a real good offensive skills, and he's going to really help that team offensively.
Seven to shoot. Hibbert, the Duino offensive foul. Dave Duino lowered his shoulder, called for the offensive foul.
No question about it. Excellent call there by Danny Frischella. See Duino here and tries to overpower and just knocks Broyan down. Good call there by Danny. 3 seconds to go.
Elliott in now and sitting down Manning, who's got 3. 3 seconds left as well. Oh, and a turnover. Duino came up with it. That's a 3. No. Oh, that would have been a killer for Bruce Live's team, who is probably not happy with that inbound play. Okay, we're through 1/2 at the CYC in Scranton. Great period in the second quarter for Hazleton area. They trail 5-4. CYC in Scranton, the District 2 Quad A Championship. That young man enjoying himself. Right now, pretty good contest. Abington Heights winning this one by 4 right now. Pete, a look at Jim Shepard's statistics.
Well, great field goal shooting for Abington Heights, 9 of 13. Hazleton only got 7 shots. They were 3 or 7. The big thing for Hazleton, the 3-point shooting. 4 of them, all by Michael Barletta, who had 14 points. And Abington with 12 rebounds, out-rebounding the Cougars 12-8. So they're the real key figures in the stats in the first half.
Foul difficulty for Abington Heights. Mike Manning's got 3. Duino with 2. Barletta, Tucker, and Lesko all with 2 fouls. We will take a break and have more from the CYC in Scranton. Abingtonites leading at the intermission by 4. A reminder, hope you can join us tomorrow night, same day tape coverage of the girls District 2 AAA final between the Lady Cougars and the Lady Bulldogs. Again, our coverage here on WYLN will begin at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Valley View in Berwick, right here on WYLN. Katie Bianchi looking on. Right now, the Comets leading Bruce Live squad 25-21 as we are ready for the third period.
I think Bruce Live told the rest of the players on the Hazelton team, how about giving Barletta some help here in the second half? 14 of the 25. Or 14 of the 21, excuse me.
Bryan? No. The ball just did not want to fall in.
Good move by Bryan, too. It just didn't get over the lip.
Baseline, nice move inside Hibbard.
Excellent pass there by Duino. Found Hibbard underneath. Got a layup.
(27-21). Barletta. Oh my!
He's having a night. Michael with 16.
And he didn't call bank. 4-point lead. Blocking foul going to be called against Lenny Lesko.
Tough call there. Could have went either way. Call a blocking foul on Lenny. You can see Darmafall coming in here. Looked like Lenny had pretty good position. Darmafall went over him, but they call a blocking foul. Darmafall will go to the line to shoot 2. Gabe in the first half just was at the line once. He's 0 for 1. Had 4 points in the first half.
First free throw good.
Abington, who just did an excellent job the other night, 33 of 38 from the line in the game against Williamsport. The first half tonight, just 4 of 9. Make it 5 of 10.
Now we said that this is a very good free throw shooting Abingtonites team. However, not tonight. Bryan.
Well, Bobby Bryan starting to pick it up now to help Barletta. And Hazelton's really right in this game now.
2-point lead, Abingtonites. In the lane, shot missed by Manning. Loose ball. Mariano's got it. Nathan up court. Barletta. Inside. A lot of contact. Duino the rebound. No whistle. Brendan Lamanna will get the play from Abingtonites bench.
Great game here. And you'll see Hazelton in that matchup zone.
Darmafall inside. Ball is out of bounds. It's going to stay Abingtonites basketball. Bruce Live signaling there he wanted an offensive foul. Didn't get it.
Could have called one on either end of the floor. There are a lot of bodies on the floor. Nothing was called. Like some checks in hockey.
Pass inside to Manning. Ball knocked away.
Boy, good defense there by Matt Tucker on Manning.
Mariano. Tucker. Inside. Matt. Hard off the iron, no good. Manning the rebound. Lost out of bounds. Abingtonites will have it.
Lesko almost had it there. Lost it out of bounds. Manning's rebound bounced off Lesko's head.
Chris Live will come in.
Michael Barletta and Bobby Bryan tonight keyed the Hazelton offense here as they only trail it by 2.
on the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance scoreboard in the third. Duino kept it himself. The tip put up and in by Manning. Mike Manning with 11. And a turnover. Darmafall, yes, using last.
Great steal by Dave Darmafall. 2 quick baskets by the Comets.
What was a 2-point lead for Abingtonites is now a 6-point lead. Just like that. Barletta. Chris Live. Barletta now steps up for the 2. No good. Loose ball. Abingtonites will have it. Darmafall the rebound for the Comets.
Tell you, Hazleton offensively is really moving the ball tonight. We got a timeout here. Michael Barletta took a shot and it chops, and he's bleeding, and he's going to have to come out of the game. Can't play with blood. Bruce Live is very upset that there wasn't a foul call. He was talking to Danny Frechella. Danny said he didn't see it, and Bruce is highly upset. 2 or 3 of them in the last few playoff games. Yep. And of course, Michael Barletta, during this regular season, it had happened to him in the Pittston area game down in Hazleton. And Barletta had to have about 5 stitches.
It was right there.
You'll see Darmafall there throwing the elbow, and he must have caught Barletta there in the mouth.
Bruce Live better be careful he doesn't get a tee.
I think Bruce is probably thinking about what happened in that Pittston area game.
Yep.
And Barletta had to go to the dressing room, and he's gone again, and looking at what Barletta has done tonight with 16 of the 26, he can't afford to lose them for any length of time.
And now Kenny Bianchi wants to know exactly what that conversation was about, as he should be told, and he was.
I think they might have gave Kenny a warning there that any more elbows being thrown like that, if it's caught, could be ejected from the ball game or have a technical foul.
Well, you call it the first time and you stop it completely. Romano. Darmafall, no. Rebounded by Jeremy Gretsch. Check that. Peters with the rebound there. Chris Live, tough shot, no good. Darmafall for Abington.
Hazleton Abington trying to move the ball up a lot quicker than they did in the first half.
That's a 3 for Hibbard, no. Rebound Manning, foul.
Once again, Mike Manning in excellent position for the rebound, and Tucker fouled him. One thing Matt's not doing is blocking Manning off the boards, not getting good position on the rebound, and you'll see Manning get the ball there, and Tucker fouls him. Can't leave Manning get in that low position for a rebound. You got to keep him out of there, whether it's Tucker, Leschko, who's ever back there.
Mike shooting a couple. First one barely hit the rim.
And he struggled so far. He's 1 of 5 from the line.
Second attempt now for the senior. Center for Abingtonites. Rimmed in and out. Foul called on Dave Duino for going over the back. And you saw Ken Bianchi indicate to Dave Duino, that's your third.
So Manning and Duino have 3 apiece.
3:07 and counting. Greater Hazleton Health Alliance scoreboard. 32-26 Abingtonites. Bobby Broyan. Teeters had it in the corner. Now Chris Live. Michael Barletta took an elbow to the face and bleeding, and so he is not able to be in now. Darmafall the other way. No good. Oh, the easy bunny, and the Comets had a chance to take a 34-26 lead. As it is, we are still at the 6-point lead And a 20-second timeout is taken by Hazleton area, meaning they are now out of 20-second timeouts. And we remind you that tonight's game here on WYLN is brought to you by Barletta Materials and Construction, a complete paving service, fully automated and computerized asphalt plant to serve you better. Call 455-1511. .227 to go in the third.
A little too fancy there, Darmafall there. All he had to do was lay it in off the board, tried to go in over the top of the rim and missed the shot, and Abington missed the rebound. Great lead pass by Lamanna there to get Darmafall open, but he just blew the layup. Of course, somebody's got to pick it up here offensively for Hazleton without Barletta on the floor.
Rebounding has not even been close. Abington tonight's doing a great job on the boards. 20-13, a rebounding edge for Abington tonight. So we're going to get a whistle and a call.
Foul on Eric Elliott.
Eric Elliott, yes.
Yeah, Elliott came into the game to replace Duino, who's on the bench with 3 personal. And of course, Matt Tucker's on the bench also for Hazleton. Matt with only 2 points tonight.
Tip ball. Darmafall giving off to Lamanna. Glass and good. 4 for Brendan.
Once again, the Abington Heights coming up with a turnover, and they broke out quickly, and Lamanna got the layup. That's what they did against Williamsport, and got a lot of baskets that way.
Jonathan Beat. Chris Live. Bobby Broyan, open shot, yes. Bobby now with 7.
5 in the second half. Barletta's got the other 2.
Abington has led throughout in this game. Cougars mounted a bit of a comeback. However, an injury to Michael Barletta, who has been in the locker room with trainer Mike Masego for the past 3 or 4 minutes on the clock. He can't continue. Boy, that's going to be a crucial loss for Hazleton area. And Matt Tucker's on the bench in foul trouble. Chris Live, great give and go. Leshko.
Great play by Live. Great pass to Leshko, who laid it in. And the Cougars are within 4.
Hazleton fans making some noise here at the CYC in Scranton. Great crowd on hand in downtown Scranton. Darmafall. Comments, maybe they'll shoot for 1 here. Reach-in foul going to be called against Brent Teeters.
Darmafall has a lot of quickness, and you can't overplay him or he'll go by you. Here's Broyan with the jump shot that he buries to make the score 34-28. And then a great pass to Leshko by Live, and Leshko lays it in.
Manning, 15 to shoot.
Good chance here for Hazleton with Duino on the bench.
He's been on the bench for about 3 or 4 minutes now. 5 to shoot. Elliott, turnover. Up court, Chris Live, no shot. We've played 3 from the CYC. 4-point lead for the Comets. And we are back here at the CYC in Scranton. 4th quarter, Schumacher Engineering scoreboard. 34-30. You see the scoring by quarters, pretty tight.
Hazleton has only given up about 40.5 points per ball game this season. Now Abington has just got 37.
And Manning with a 3 at the 7-point lead. The other way, a 3 by Teeters, no good, and a foul. Should be ball out of bounds. It's going to be Comets possession, as that was actually Hibbert who hit that 3.
It's only the second three-pointer of the night for Abington Heights.
Another three. Darmafall misses. Matt Tucker the rebound. Tucker's got to have a solid fourth period. Bryan.
Bobby Bryan, 10 points, his second three-pointer of the night. He's picked up for Barletta.
7-minute mark in the fourth. 37-33. Darmafall. Hibbard.
Oh, we told you about Hibbard against Hannon. With 7 of them, he has 3 now as he's warming up.
Peters, pass over to Bryan. Tucker the rebound. No, 2 yards. Let's go slide. No. Another offensive foul. Brent Peters. And Abington Heights Hazelton area that time doing a great job on the boards. Here a look at a 3 that was thrown up by Bobby Bryan.
Bobby wide open there, and he drills his second three-pointer. And now you'll see Chris Hibbard, and that's where he shot those 7 against Hannon, and he got his third. And you play that zone, and Hibbard is an excellent zone player.
Peters hitting the first. Bruce Live talking to Tommy Kosen. Second one no good. Chris Hibbard got the rebound. 6:20 to go. Fourth period. Abington Heights. This would be NB Yankees' first Quad A championship, but a turnover, and Chris Live turned it over. Loose ball still on the floor. Jump ball now. And what do we have?
Wow.
Jump ball as a lot of players on the floor fighting for that basketball. It's going to be Hazelton area ball.
Looked like a fumble there in the football game between Hazelton and Abington.
Whoa, Nelly.
Whoa. Well, I'll tell you, the ball was bouncing loosely. At first, Abington had it, then Hazelton had it. Jump ball, alternate possession rule belongs to the Cougars.
John Beat in. Lenny Lesko out. Beat, of course, that right ankle, heavily bandaged. Not at 100%, but he's probably closer to 90.
That'll give Hazelton some strength on the boards with Beat in there.
Chris Live. Baseline, finding Beat. No. Missed. Manning the rebound. You see what both teams have done through 3 periods.
Great rebound by Manning. Game is really getting out of control here over the last minute and a half. I think both coaches would like both of their teams to settle down a little bit.
Marino. Nothing inside. Brendan Lamanna. There's DeWino. Foul. Count it. Another 3-point opportunity. This time the sophomore, Dave DeWino, to the line.
You can see the problem there, and we talked about that in the pre-game show. They double-team Manning in there, but DeWino snuck down and got the pass, and there's nobody there to play him, and he can't play 2 people inside, Connie. They're double-team on Manning, and they left DeWino all alone. He snuck down and got the layup, and he got fouled.
Beat the personal foul. That's only his first. And here's Dave DeWino.
First points of the second half for DeWino.
He's now got 10. 43-34, Abington Heights. Mariano. Bryan. Nice pass trying to get Beat. Out of bounds, Abington Heights is going to have it.
Matt Tucker's got to shoot the ball in that situation. He's only 3 feet from the rim, and he wants to pass the ball down lower, and just a tough play inside. Matt's got to shoot the ball in there.
By the way, above this rim, as you see DeWino go off glass and miss, rebounded by Teeters. Above that rim are some stands that are closed. There's only one person sitting there. That's Matt's father. Blocking foul called. Great move, Mariano.
Boy, Nathan Mariano with a tremendous move with a lot of speed. And Duino has committed his 4th, I believe.
Yes, he has.
Tremendous play by Mariano. 4 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the ball game. Look at Mariano with the quickness. He goes by Lamanna, and Duino's standing there, and they call it a block and a good basket.
Duino has to go to the bench. I believe he's bleeding. Oh, yes, he is.
He got cut the other night and had to go to the bench for a period of time. Nathan Mariano, who hasn't scored a point tonight, scores the bucket and has a chance at a 3-point play.
Timeout taken. Abingtonites, a 20-second timeout from both teams, done with their 20s. 4:32 mark in the 4th. And a reminder, tonight's game on WYLN brought to you by Advanced Employee Services, Payroll, and Employee Management Services. The concept is simple, the savings are yours. Call today and we'll show you how to eliminate the liability with regard to your current workforce. 106 South Main Street in Wilkes-Barre. Give them a call, 1-800-458-5049. And you get a look at Bob Tucker, a pretty good football player in his time.
Bob Tucker probably liked what was happening on the floor there in the last minute or two when everybody was rolling on the floor. Bob Tucker, of course, a great tight end with the New York Giants. And there you can see the cut on Duino's face.
And they will bandage that up. And Duino, quite frankly, he has to sit on the bench, whether he's cut or not, because he's got 4 personals. Mariano forced him to the bench because of a great play. And Nathan has now 3 points in this contest, 43-37.
Well, that was a big bucket for and foul conversion for the Cougars. Brings them within 6.
Strong to the hole, shot no good. Second attempt no good. Nathan Mariano the rebound. Mariano. That's a 3. No good. Manning the rebound, and an offensive foul. Veet goes over the back.
Boy, Manning's a bull under there. And he got whacked in the jaw. Said a few words to Veet. And Dan Frischella comes over and tells Mike to take it easy. This is a brutal game on the boards.
That's Jonathan Veet's second foul. Got them both in the 4th period.
We told you in the beginning of the game we liked Veet, we liked Leshko, that they had to get in there and battle against the Comets. It's a good matchup here, Mariano and Lamanna.
Loose ball. Open player inside is Dave Darmafall.
What a play by Mike Manning. On the floor, bounce past the Darmafall for a layup.
45-37.
8 points for Darmafall.
Peters. Tucker. Kick back out Mariano. That's a 2. No. Veet fighting for the rebound. Loose ball finally controlled by Eric Elliott. Darmafall running over players. Manning traveled with the basketball.
Wow, it looked like there was some type of a foul over there on the sidelines in front of the Abington Heights bench.
Here's the play.
A great play by Manning. Bounce past the Darmafall for the layup. I think Hazleton relaxed a little bit defensively. They thought there was going to be a traveling violation call. Fans are in an uproar here. This is a brutally, physically played game.
Chris Leib now back into the lineup for Hazleton area.
This is the type of game you'll get in Quad A.
Veet, first field goal for Jonathan, who now has 4. The lead back to 6. Abingtonites controlling this one. And Duino will come back into the game next whistle.
Now Leshko's playing Manning. We told you about Leshko and Veet being in the ball game.
Because Tucker has to sit. And now he'll come back into the game next whistle as well.
Lenny Leshko will match size with Manning. He's out high.
Great move in the lane. Darmafall missed, got the rebound, and put it up and in.
Dave Darmafall with that quickness that he's noted for. Back baskets. And the Comets are up by 8.
Live. Peters, tough shot, no. Rebound, Eric Elliott.
Remember
2-minute mark.
Remember this stat, when Hazleton has given up more than 50 points, their record is only 2-5.
And a timeout's going to be taken by Hazleton area. 1:56 to go in the fourth. What a game. Abington Heights with the lead. Abington Heights cheerleaders in 1:56, they'll really have something to scream about.
Can't say enough that the loss of Micah Barletta has really hurt the Cougars. They keep looking down towards the entrance from the dressing room in hopes that he might come back out. But he had gotten hit in the mouth and he was bleeding, probably internally in there, and they haven't been able to stop the bleeding. And Barletta, when he went to the dressing room, he was leading the Cougars in scoring, just had an excellent night with 16 points, and to lose him for such a length of time that they have really hurt them.
You see the Band-Aid on Duino below his right eye, cut when he was called for his 4th foul. A 3-point play by Mariano, and we get a foul on Chris Live. The freshman picks up his first at the 1:52 mark, and now you would think Hazleton area will try to foul and try to trade 3s for 2s or 2s for 1, so to speak.
All-out warfare here tonight between Hazleton and Abington Heights in a great Quad A District 2 championship final contest.
Omana, 79% free throw shooter, missed it. Duino fighting for the board, and a jump ball. It'll stay Comet possession. So Hazleton area got the miss, which is what they were looking for, but the long rebound, Duino fighting for the basketball, tie up Abington Heights with it with 1:48 to go in the fourth.
Knowing the history of Kenny Bianchi and his coaching.
Oh, Duino missed. Open shot for Dave, no good. 47-39. Time for Hazleton area. Plenty of it. Turnover. Behind the back pass, Lamana got it to go in.
Great play by Darmafall. Behind the back pass to Lamana, and he scored on the layup.
Now what do we have? Foul and a whistle as Bobby Broyan got hit pretty hard.
Another big, brutal confrontation there between Manning this time and Bobby Broyan.
Here's our last Abington bucket.
Watch Darmafall here, behind the back pass to Lamana. Lamana dribbles down and scores on the layup.
And here's that last play that,
look at this. Oh, Broyan turned around and backed into Manning. Ball went out of bounds. It'll belong to Hazleton.
10-point lead, almost a turnover there. Tucker, lefty shot, in and out. Oh, the rim untimed.
Ball on Leshko on the rebound.
Lenny's 4th.
Another tough night for Matt Tucker with only 2 points.
That's a good look there for Matt. That ball just wouldn't fall.
Yep. Of course, he's got Mike Manning there, same size, a lot of beef. You got Duino on the other side. Now, as I was going to say before Duino shot the ball the last time down the floor, knowing Kenny Bianchi and his coaching, with that lead, I would expect him to run time off the clock.
Ken Bianchi's never won a District 2 title, has he?
Never has won one.
First things first, though, Abington Heights has to hit a few of these free throws.
They're giving Hazleton a chance.
Can't do that to a good team. Broyan 3. Hard, no. Rebound, Tucker. Mariano will try, no. Veet got the rebound. Peters got the basketball. Inside the Veet. Last and good, timeout Hazleton area. Cougars call it with 56 seconds to go here in the fourth period. 8-point lead. Dave Darmafall scoring on the inbound play. You see Hazleton area, only one timeout left. Mariano canning the 2. And Hazleton area decides to take a timeout. So Nathan now with 5 points, 43 seconds to go. And we remind you that tonight's game on WYLN brought to you by Jack Mundy Tax Preparation. If you haven't already done so, now is the time to have your 1997 tax returns prepared. Jack Mundy is the man to get it done and get it done right. Visit Jack Mundy inside the Laurel Mall in Hazleton. And tonight's game also brought to you by Smilax Floral Shop. With 63 years of experience, specializing in all types of arrangements, including weddings, Smilax also has a wide variety of gift items with everything from dolls to lead crystal. Surprise someone special with a delivery from Smilax. Well, right now, Abingtonite's ready to deliver a District 2 Quad A title to the veteran coach of the Comets, Kenny Bianchi. Never gotten that gold medal around his neck, possibly in 43 seconds. He will have that opportunity.
With 4.5 minutes to go, Hazleton was within 6. And Dave Darmafall and Brendan LaManna were real keys here coming down the wire for Abington.
Nathan Mariano, before the ball even inbounded, probably a good idea.
Darmafall has scored 6 points, and LaManna got another basket for 8 points here coming down the wire, and good defensive plays by Abington. Well, I can't say enough about the loss of Michael Barletta and what it has meant to Hazleton here tonight. Could have been turned around if he was in the ball game because he was having an excellent ball game. Not an easy game to officiate either.
No, very physical game. And as we told you before, these are 3 very good officials from the Wyoming Valley Conference.
And here's LaManna again. It looks like nothing phases him. I've never seen him nervous. It looks like he doesn't even break a sweat.
Ice water in this young man's veins. Ten-point lead. Tucker. Mariano. No. Duino. Darmafall. Pass almost came near us. Turnover. Broyan. Bobby Broyan fouled with 19 seconds to go and a 10-point lead.
A turnover there by Abington. Hibbert threw the ball away, and Broyan got the ball, came down, and drove to the hoop, and got fouled by Hibbert.
Where Bobby Broyan really put on the Jets there, flying in the lane.
Broyan has eight points here in the second half. When Barletta went out, he got hot. And everybody was hoping from the Hazleton standpoint that Barletta would come back. But he never did.
Not so, and again, a shot to the mouth and probably some internal bleeding. And, of course, he can't come back if there's any kind of blood at all. Live in now for Hazleton area, and sitting down will be Jason Crouch. Look at Jason. 19 seconds to go. Foul with 18 seconds to go, and the foul committed by Nathan Mariano. Hazleton area hoping for a miss on this end for Abingtonites. And then they need to throw up a 3, and they need one of these 3 balls to go in. No timeouts remaining for Hazleton area.
The last 10 points by Abington, 6 by Darmafall, 4 by LaManna. You can show the balance of this ball club and how tough they are. With this win tonight, it'll be 12 straight for Abington, giving Kenny Bianchi his first District 2 title. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Just a great, great coach. 2 great coaches in this game, Connie. Couldn't get any better.
You're right. Super guy, Ken Bianchi. 10-point lead.
And Bruce Live, who gave it everything here tonight.
Tucker's 3. Short. Darmafall the rebound. Blocked by Tucker. Final seconds. Counts if it goes. Abington Heights has won the District 2 Quad A title. And the Comets will play either Chester or Council Rock at a site to be determined. District 2 will basically be the host district. It'll be somewhere, you would think, probably here.
Could be here, could be Wiltshire Kings.
Maybe the University of Scranton.
And you think this game was physical. If Chester comes in with their history and the way they play, it'll be brutal.
Hazleton area will play the District 1 third seed, Glen Mills or Norristown. First live, congratulating the coaching staff for Abington Heights. The Comets winning this one 55-45.